Hey everybody, Chris here on a Tuesday night. We're going to be talking about support, and yes, Dogecoin support. We'll be looking at this chart here, expanding it out, showing how Dogecoin has been trading, also looking at other cryptocurrencies as well. So welcome. We'll be talking also about the economy a bit. What's going on there? What's the latest? Please be sure to like and subscribe. Certainly liking will get more people coming into the stream. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Certainly appreciate the support. If you're watching this on the video, on the replay, because all my live streams turn into videos on my channel, that means you weren't here with Chris on Tuesday night. So you can't ask questions, and you can't take part in the chat, but you can leave a comment below. So I invite you to do that as well. So how's everyone doing right now? We had some good trading earlier today with Dogecoin. Let me drop down into the corner and let's take a look. Doge traded up to 8.3 cents here. 8.3 cents. But then the bears took over, and at the same time this afternoon, the stock market was also falling at the same time. So a lot of times we blame that on Bitcoin, because when we see the S&P 500 do a drop, we see Bitcoin do a drop, and then that pulls down most of the crypto market as well. So that's not good. Because right now with what's going on in the economy, there's more layoffs happening. I think General Motors was the latest. The big company is going to be laying off people. Not good. Not good. Kind of very slowly sliding into a recession here in the United States. I know a lot of you around the world are already feeling like you're in a recession, and a lot of us in the United States also already feeling like we're in a recession. And with inflation and high interest rates and all of that, that's pretty tough. As we look at the stock market right now in the futures, got a little red here in the futures. Not too bad, but still kind of in the red. Stock futures slip after investors wrap up a losing February. So great January trading, not so great February. But we look at the monthly on Bitcoin, and we look at the monthly Bitcoin eked out, and it's hard to see here, but it eked out a green month for February just by a hair, by about $300 or $400. It was really close. You can't even see, because I got all my horizontal lines on here. You can't even see that little green candle. I responded to James on his Invest Answers Twitter page. He'd made a tweet about the monthly close, and I was like, that's the smallest green candle I've ever seen. So, but there it is. It was a green. So 2 green candles for 2023 so far, and so far the new candle for March is green as well, because the trading view turns over at 7 o'clock my time, East Coast time in the United States, which is UTC time. That's when it all changes over, and the month officially ended 2 hours ago. And so Bitcoin was in the green. How did Doge fare? Well, Doge had a red candle for February. So it was green in January, red in February. So, but that's just because at the end of the month, Doge went on a little run and then it retraced back. But that's what we see for the monthly. We don't really look at the monthly too much, because it's really hard to see and judge like how the trading goes on the monthly. So, so we look at the daily. Again, we've got a lot of up and down action happening. But what do we see? We see support. That's right. This yellow line that I have drawn here, this is 8 cents. Zoom out a little more. And what do we have? Ever since Dogecoin traded up above 8 cents back here, middle of January, it's come back and it retested it here on the 19th. Came back again on the 9th of February, the 10th of February, the 13th of February, the 14th of February, and again on 24th, and then again on the 26th. And then we have just the most recent ones. If I zoom in a little more on the 30-minute, we can see that we had this retest of 8 cents here on Monday, and then again today. So if that isn't support, I don't know what is, right? That's a lot of support there, right across the board. Yeah, we had a little bit lower dip here, back here on Saturday, as Doge was testing down right below 7.9 cents. And if you weren't watching me, I bought a little Dogecoin right there at 7.9 cents, because it had come down enough below 8. I was like, okay, this is dipping down. Going to buy a little Doge. That's what I do. I buy on the dips. I'm not a DCA kind of guy. I like to watch the charts and see when there's a dip, and that's when I strike. So so yeah, that was my purchase there. But yeah, this is the strong support that we have for Doge right at 8 cents. So and what we see is every time it gets to that level, we see buying, and the buying just brings Doge right back up. And we have it right now happening this evening, buying, just bringing Doge right back up right after hitting 8 cents. So that is pretty strong support. So what do we have? What are we looking at? We're looking at the heat map. So the heat map is red for the past 24 hours. Just about everything in the red. We've got Litecoin up a little bit. Stacks went on a nice run. I wouldn't be buying Stacks right now because it's probably going to retrace quite a bit. IMX also traded up pretty high. Yeah, but that's about it. Everything else kind of in the red. However, we have on CoinMarketCap in the top cryptos by market cap, Dogecoin, number 8. That's right. If you weren't on last night, we were watching this last night, and Dogecoin overtook BUSD to move into the number 8 position. So we've got Doge in 8th, we've got BUSD 9th, and Matic in 10th. So with a little run, Matic will probably overtake BUSD and be in 9th, but there's Doge in 8th. That's pretty good. People are making fun of Dogecoin, and I'm like, just look. It's the 8th largest cryptocurrency still after all this time. So you can't argue against that. People are still buying it, even though it's inflationary and it's just going to, mint like infinite number of Doge. Well, infinite number over infinite time, but it's actually sort of a somewhat inflationary. I call it a decreasing inflation because over time, it's a fixed number of Doge that's given out as rewards to miners for validating transactions on the blockchain. And that's a fixed number. But inflation keeps going up, the inflation of the world, right? How much things cost. So it's actually a reducing inflation number by percentage as we go through year after year after year. So, but that's Doge. That's how Doge was made. It was made different than Bitcoin. It doesn't have a hard cap. It's never going to have a hard cap because it's a lot of fun. And we want to spend our Doge. We want to give Doge out. We want to tip people with Doge. That's what is fun about it. So, Bitcoin is the store of value. And like you listen to these Bitcoin guys and they're all like limited number. That means the price is going to go up. So buy it and hold it. And so a huge percentage of Bitcoin is just sitting in cold storage wallets. That was not, in my opinion, how Satoshi initially set up Bitcoin. It was supposed to be peer-to-peer transactions. And now it's just like a digital gold. Just buy it and hoard it and don't spend it. So all this talk about on Twitter having like Bitcoin on the Lightning Network, no one's going to be spending the Bitcoin. Not now. I mean, you're going to spend Bitcoin at 23,000 and it's like Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000. So what are you spending it for now? It's going to go to 200,000. It's going to go to $1 million of Bitcoin. Maybe. That's what these guys are saying. And it's like, people are going to be spending it. But Doge, people are going to spend Doge. People are doing it now, tipping all over the place. So that's why I like Doge. Hey, Hayden, how are you? Welcome. 1, 2, 3, XYZ. What's new? Dogecoin in 8th place. Coin market cap. That's what's new. Jonko, hello. Welcome. H. Rody, is there any financial advice or tips? If not, what are your plans in this market? Selling, buying, holding, and waiting. Good question. So what I am doing is I am buying on the dips and holding is what I'm doing. I'm looking for price points, not only for Doge, but a number of other coins too. We talk about that regularly on this channel, that I believe in a diversified portfolio, not just having everything, especially in cryptocurrency, all in one place. So it's fun to look at other projects. So you can have Bitcoin store of value. You can have Ethereum for smart contracts. And you can have Doge for currency, as use of currency. Those are like the 3 main kind of use cases for cryptocurrency. So have a little Doge, have some ETH, have some Bitcoin. But then after that, you've got other layer 1s, you've got some layer 2s that are doing exciting things. So why not support those as well? Because that helps the entire cryptocurrency market. So I'm a big believer in Algorand, and I bought a lot of Algorand at the end of December when Algorand was down at 16, 17 cents. And I've been sort of YOLOing into a few like Fetch AI. I'm actually looking to buy some Jasmy maybe, because Jasmy is under 0.006. We were looking at Jasmy last weekend, and I was like, yeah, I think I might get some Jasmy down here. If I look at the 4-hour chart, we can see how Jasmy is traded. And yeah, we were charting Jasmy back here, and I was like, okay, this is the 0.0006 line. I'm going to draw a blue line a little lower. That's 5790. And Jasmy's now dropping below that. So, and the reason to get into Jasmy, it's this Asian thing. Sometimes that all of a sudden they just pump it, and I'm looking at making money on some of these. So I have some SHIB as well. I'm going to make money on it. Not a long time hold. Bitcoin, I'm going to hold for a long time. ETH, I'm going to hold a long time. Doge, well, I'm not going to hold it all forever. I'm not going to diamond hand it. I'm going to take some profits along the way. And once we get into the bull market, we're going to be talking about taking profits and how to do that, depending on how things are going. Because you want to enjoy something. I mean, I bought most of my Dogecoin 2 years ago. And that was before the big run. My average was around 2 cents for the Doge that I bought. And that was about 400,000 Dogecoin. And I held it all the way up and all the way back down. So we look at Doge, and we look at the daily, and because we all thought Dogecoin was going to $1 back in May of 2021. Doge was just taken off, and there was no stopping it. Well, it got shorted down heavy. We were talking about that last night because Barry Silbert's digital currency group lost $1 billion last year, and I call that karma because he was shorting Dogecoin down. So karma back at you, Barry. But he and others were shorting Doge after that big run. We all thought Doge would just turn around and keep going up to $1. Diamond handed it, and then held it all the way down to 16 cents, back up to 30 cents, and now all the way down to where we are now. The next time Doge goes on a big kind of run like that, I'm probably going to take a little bit of profit along the way. And we'll be talking about that again when we get to the bull market. So that's how I'm trading these. I'm buying some purely for profit, and I'm buying some that I want to hold for a long time. It's a mix. And when I take profit and how I take profit, we'll be talking about that as things go forward. So that's my take there on on what I'm looking at in terms of cryptocurrency investing and holding. But right now we're looking at this 8 cent for Dogecoin, and I bought at 7.9. Will we see 7.9 again? Probably. We're going to see some more challenges, I think, here and support, and maybe dipping down. A lot of people talking about Bitcoin, maybe not being able to hold this 23,000 line, maybe dipping down to 22, 21, or even 20. March is typically not a great trading month for Bitcoin. Every 4 years, it seems like March is a bad trading month. And so 4 years ago, Bitcoin was bad. 8 years ago, Bitcoin was bad. And here we are, 2023 March. If history repeats itself, not going to be a good trading month for Bitcoin. And as Bitcoin goes, we see a large part of the crypto market go with it. So, hey, William, how you doing? How low you think Doge will go this year? This is it right now. I think a lot of it is going to depend on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin holds 23, then right now that 7.9 cents is pretty strong support. And that's what we're talking about here. This real strong support that Dogecoin has. Let's go to the 4-hour and zoom out. Oh, that's Bitcoin, sorry, Doge. And we're talking, again, ever since back here on the 13th of January, Doge has traded down and bounced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, now 10 times. Doge has bounced off this 8 cent support. That's about the strongest support line I've seen of anything. So it's going to take a lot for Doge to get down much further. And again, I think the only way that's going to happen is if we see Bitcoin do a big retrace. We were talking about that. This was back here on a week ago. So a week ago on live stream, we were talking about that. And we said, this is what I was looking at. I was thinking Bitcoin could do one of two things. Bitcoin could come up over its resistance at 25,252, maybe come down and retest it and go up further, or we're going to see this sort of slow fall in the price of Bitcoin. And these are the lines I drew back then. Right now, what is Bitcoin doing? It's falling. So that continuation of the bull run has been negated. And now Bitcoin is testing 23,000 as support that it had back here back in January. Bitcoin also had 23,000 as support. For a little while, it dipped down below, down to 21.5, and came right back up. But right now, with Doge at 8 cents, Bitcoin at 23,000, that's what we're looking at. So if Bitcoin goes down below 23,000, I think we're going to see Doge come down below 8 cents. So we'll be watching that. Hey, Dodronko, do you think we'll see a green or red for March? So I think it's going to be red, but just for the month, and that's again based on history. That's just the way Bitcoin has been. Every 4 years has been a red March, and it's hard to go against that history. So that's why I think we're going to see Bitcoin come down lower and retest a support down here at like 21.5. And then with that, Doge might be like 7 cents and we'll retest 7 cents. So that's my take. Long term, I think that's just temporary. And I think later in the year, we're going to see this take off. Is it true to transfer crypto off exchanges to an offline wallet? That is the safest way. I have Ledger Nano S right here. I also use Exodus because I was using Exodus before I got the Ledger. I used to use Trust Wallet and MetaMask Wallet. I do not use those anymore. I don't recommend them. People can hack into your phone and get in. I had a MetaMask scammer, and I still don't know exactly how they got in there, but they cleared out a lot of my tokens. I think actually it was through my Chrome browser on my other laptop, because I had MetaMask extension, and it was right there in the Chrome browser, and all you had to do was click on the little MetaMask face, and the MetaMask wallet came up. I think that's how they did it. It looks like something fishy was going on, but I cleared out that laptop and don't use it anymore. I was using that as sort of a secondary laptop anyway, so that was not good. And Trust has had problems. So, and those are called soft wallets. So not good. Exodus, I was treating as a hard wallet. I just was using it on my computer, not the app on the phone. I won't touch it. I don't want anything on my phone. And then I would just access it on my computer when I need to. And so I transferred a lot of Doge. I've got some Bitcoin, some ETH, and some Algorand all on Exodus. But then I got the Ledger. So now I'm transferring to Ledger. So this is Ledger Nano S. If you're interested in it, I've got a link in the description below. You can go check out the Ledger website. Hardware wallet, highly recommended. We've seen what happens with exchanges, right? Especially the ones that are using these earn programs, Celsius and Voyager, FTX. Not good. They're playing games with your money. And that's the games that got them in trouble. So, and you'll hear it from a lot of people. I mean, you're already risking a lot buying cryptocurrency in the first place, but you want it to be your cryptocurrency, right? So, your keys, your wallet, you own it. Highly recommended. Hey, Bill, how are you? Dollar-wise, what do you think a good amount of each crypto to buy? Interesting. Well, it depends on what your risk reward is, right? If you just want to even it out, like for every $100, you could put 25 bucks into 4 different coins. And like I said, I like Bitcoin store of value, ETH smart contracts, Doge for currency, and then a 4th one. What do you like, right? You can have fun with it. Again, only invest what you're willing to risk. Always with cryptocurrency, you don't know what's going to happen. Again, not financial advice, but go into some of these other projects here. Again, I like Algorand. I think Algorand is going to do great long term. It's having a little downward movement right now. They had their Algo wallet. There was a little hack that just happened on that. So again, I don't use the Algo wallet. I've got my Algorand an Exodus. So, and I have some staked on Coinbase. So I do have some on exchanges there. That was HROD, right? I do have some that is staked. I've got some ETH staked on Coinbase. I've got some Algorand staked on Coinbase. And staking for a proof of stake cryptocurrency helps secure the network. So I'm helping the network by having that staked. But if I had to have my Algorand staked in the Algo wallet, there might have been a problem. So I don't know how all that's going to get resolved, but hopefully it does soon. SHIB is going to go on a run at some point in time. Again, if you're going to put some money in SHIB and go for a runner, it's going to do it. There's going to be some big run that SHIB is going to go on, whether it's this through the Shibarium or something else. I don't know. So I bought some SHIB. And even though I know SHIB used to be the Dogecoin killer, it's gotten away from that. Now it's all about this layer 2 Shibarium and making its own ecosystem and trying to get involved in games and NFTs and all that stuff. And they've kind of left that whole Dogecoin thing behind. So we'll see what happens with SHIB. But that would be, dollar-wise, just spreading it out. How much you put in, that's up to you. I I would not mortgage your house, sell your cars and your belongings, and dump it all into crypto. Make sure you have some other investments. Kind of balance it out, right? I've got a retirement account. I've got a 401k account that does the Vanguard 500. So I've got a lot safe there. Real estate, always good. Tough to go wrong with real estate, but then you build that over time, though. Right now, a lot of you are just, trying to make some extra money through crypto. So be careful. But there are some rewards. Right now, we're sitting here at the tail end, maybe, of a bear market. So good buying opportunities for a lot of these coins based on where they've been. So not a bad time to be investing. But again, it could go lower too. So risk reward, just keep that in mind. Hayden, yes. Tesla Day. I don't think that's really going to have anything with Doge. I saw an article earlier about like how Dogecoin was going to pump because of this this Tesla Day, and I just I don't see it. So this was just going on to YouTube here. There was a I didn't see where that was. There's already a live stream that's set up for tomorrow. I don't know what happened to it. I saw it here earlier. Didn't click on it though. Anyway, there's already a live stream that's set up for this industry day or whatever they're calling it. And the thing about Tesla stock, a lot of times what happens, see, Tesla stock has been on this great run that we've seen since the end of 2022. And this is where I bought my Tesla stock. I bought it down here at 120 and then 110. So my average is about 116. And then Tesla went on this great run. It's interesting, the past 2 days, Tesla has come down a bit. I think it's going to be volatile. I think it's going to go up and down, but in the end, I don't think it's going to be on this huge bull run, and it's not going to be this big sell-off. That's my guess on Tesla. But I don't think it's really going to do anything for Doge. And Elon's going to be just concentrating on Tesla. I don't think he's going to be talking about Dogecoin. Currently hold 10 ETH. I agree, having multiple options. ETH BTC usually go down slower. Good hedge. Yep. And ETH is just going to keep growing. So that's not bad. I think I've got 12 ETH. Or 13, somewhere around there. And I don't think that's a bad bet with Vitalik Buterin running Ethereum, and still continuing to grow. People still building a lot of layer 2s on Ethereum. I mean, Shibarium is a layer 2 on Ethereum. So Ethereum that's a pretty safe bet when it comes to crypto. Now, when crypto goes on this big bull run, is Ethereum going to make the same percentage gains as some of these other smaller tokens? Probably not. But again, that's why I say mix it up. Bullish on Algorand. It's all-time high. Will it? Good question, Hayden. It was way up. It had this big green candle, came up to $3. So I'd be shooting for about 250 maybe, which would be a 10x from here. That would be awesome if it made that on the next bull run. Would be a 10x. You compare that to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 23,000. If Bitcoin went on a 10x, it'd have to go to 232,000. What do you think has a better chance of happening? Bitcoin not only going to its all-time high of 69, but yet like tripling that, or Algorand. It's already been there at 250. That's why I bought a lot of Algorand, because I think percentage-wise in a bull run, Algorand might do better. We don't know, but that was a bet I'm willing to take. How hard are hard wallets to use? You know, when I got this, I was hesitant to get one of these before, but with Ledger Live, they make it really easy. Now, about Ledger, I did not get the X. When you go to the website and you'll see there's the S, there's the X, and then there's the new one. I forget the name of it, but it's even more expensive. But the new one is all about interactivity and you know, being online. It's got Bluetooth and all of that. It's like, it's a hardware wallet. Why do you want Bluetooth with a hardware wallet? That's just opening the door for a scammer to get in there and take your crypto. No, you don't want Bluetooth. You want a hardware wallet. And even the X has Bluetooth. And someone said, yeah, you can turn it off, but why pay the extra money for something that you don't want? So I got the S. And you plug it in, you do your business, and you unplug it. Ledger Live works very well. Some people are kind of leery about Ledger Live, but that's what you have to use now to onboard and to transfer. So that's what I do. And it was easier than I thought it was going to be. So that's my take on Ledger. But I have a link in the description below. Check it out. Hi, Miyu. Welcome. Welcome. We're just talking Doge and crypto tonight. Right now, we're just kind of going sideways. When I look at the hourly on Doge, these were the things we were talking about here. We're in this zone between this yellow line of 8 cents. This red line is 9 cents. So that's support, that's resistance. And then I cut that in half at 8.5 with this blue line, because from back here, like the 9th of February, even before that, yeah, when it first again retested 8 cents, it traded sideways between 8 and 8.5 cents here for a week. And then it went on a little bull run, like along with Bitcoin, came up to 9 cents. And then from 14th of February to roughly the 24th, so for like 10 days, it was trading up here in this sideways channel between 8.5 and 9, and then dipped back down. Now it's trading sideways again between 8 and 8.5. That's just how I see Dogecoin trading right now. So strong support at 8 cents. And I'm not the only one who's saying that. So we go to this. Get out of there. This is A&B Crypto. Dogecoin sinks to support zone. Momentum turns bearish. Well, when this was written, yeah, maybe a little bit. But right now, you know, while it was coming down from 8.3 cents down to 8, and Bitcoin was looking a bit bearish as well, coming down. Well, since I started a live stream, it's recovered and coming back up. So we're seeing some green candles posting here. So that's good. Coming back up, not quite so bearish, but still, I think we're still in the sideways zone, and I'm probably going to be there for a little while. Dogecoin sank to a strong support zone. Yep, that's that 8 cent, right? Very strong support. Reversal was possible. BTC cooperation would be necessary, right? Because right now, Doge is not trading on its own. There's no real catalysts to make it skyrocket right now, but there's nothing bad happening with it as well, like we see in some other cryptos, like Solana having another problem with their network, their blockchain. Like, what's going on with Solana? We've got Hedera Hashgraph, if you're interested in that. That's continuing to go down because over the next week, we have a lot of these HBAR tokens that are going to be unlocked. And you could have a lot of these early investors selling a lot. There could be a lot of HBARs coming out onto the market, and that could tank the price even more. So Doge doesn't have any of that. Doge is what Doge is, right? It just keeps trucking along day after day, month after month, year after year. So that's what I see with Doge. Here's another article. Dogecoin still moves in its ascending triangle. Here's the breakout scenario. Now this one, this is this You Today article. I don't really give this one much credence. It draws this big ascending triangle going all the way back to 2021. And I don't think you can really do that because of the craziness that was happening back here in May of 2021, and with Doge trading all the way up here. And then where they started this bottom here just really didn't have any reason for that. I just don't see it. And plus, you know, this is looking at this sort of daily chart, but really compressed. And so by the time Dogecoin traded all the way out here, it would be another month or month and a half away, and would mean it would be trading down for a month or a month and a half. I don't see that happening. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Another look at the heat map. This was from Dogecoin price analysis, consolidation again. Bears are holding control. Yeah, we're in that lower range. So trading sideways in a lower range. That's what we see. And Dogecoin needs to close above 10 cents for bullish momentum to continue. This is according to CoinJournal. This is interesting because they're looking at this contracting triangle. I'm looking more at horizontal channels. They're looking at a 6 cent support, but I don't see it going down to 6 cents right now. So I don't see that being where Doge is going to drop. And this is going back to the fall of 2021, this chart where Doge was down here. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in terms of the support there. But it's funny, down here at the bottom, they say, you know, after this contracting triangle, Dogecoin's price action contained since late November. And then they say the safest way to trade is to wait for the price action to break above or below. And it's like, when you're buying Dogecoin, are you being safe? Is this a safe way to invest? Buy a Dogecoin? And then down here, it's like, again, like the risk reward ratio makes sense from a money management perspective. And you're buying Dogecoin. What do you mean money management? It's like, it's kind of funny the way they write these articles. It's like, oh my gosh. Dogecoin's fun. Just treat it for what it is. Have fun with it. Elon Musk is. The incredible story of Elon Musk and Dogecoin is in the Coin Republic today. So here we've got a little bit of history on Elon and his interactions with Dogecoin and the Dogecoin community. 2021, Musk made headlines. His involvement with Dogecoin. The coin had been around since 2013. While it was never the most popular, had a loyal fan base. When Musk began tweeting about Doge, it soon exploded in popularity and value. And that's what we saw 2 years ago. This huge momentum behind Dogecoin. Musk showed his enthusiasm for the coin. He called it the people's crypto and was having a lot of fun with it. He made jokes about it, highlighted its potential as a currency, and even encouraged the Dogecoin devs, the developers, to upgrade the Dogecoin in order to make it faster and to make it cheaper. And they did that. And that's been about a year and a half since all that was done. And now you can move large amounts of Dogecoin for fractions of a penny. So that's what, and Elon was pushing that, and the devs were like, yeah, we could do that. That's a good thing, especially since Dogecoin was gaining so much in popularity, and we beginning to see more and more of it being used for tipping and for buying things from Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks, tickets and merchandise, AMC theaters, a number of other retailers accepting Dogecoin. Slim Jim was having fun with it for a while on Twitter, and it just, that's the fun of Dogecoin as a currency. So making transaction speeds fast and making it cheap to transfer are important for its utility as a currency. So kind of interesting how that all played out over the last 2 years from where Dogecoin was before. A lot of excitement. I hear a lot of the stories of Doge back in 2014, the fun community around it and everything that was being done. I still see some of that today, not quite as much from what I heard from before. The only problem is you just got a lot more scammers now and people trying to build off the Dogecoin name to, making these other tokens. Unfortunately, there's the Sheeb, and then there's the Floki, and all of those baby Doges and all of that. That's too bad, because I think it took away from Dogecoin and all that. So, but pretty interesting article there on Coin Republic. So invite you guys to just Google that and read that for a little history about Elon and Dogecoin. Where's that going to go from here? I don't think it's going to end. Elon still does his little tweets every now and then, just kind of reminding us, yeah, he hasn't forgotten about us. He's a little busy with the whole Twitter and the whole political thing and journalism and all of that on Twitter. That's got a lot of his attention. Tomorrow, we're going to see this Tesla Industry Day. We've got SpaceX doing a lot of test rockets and some big projects coming up. Doge 1 is going to be one of them in the future. We still don't know when that's going to happen. He's got the Boring Company. He did that burnt scent last year, remember, was accepting Doge as payment for this perfume or cologne. Just having fun with it. That's what he does. So I'm not going to bet against the richest man in the world. So Doge is it's good to have some Doge, I think. Good, and it's fun. Is this a good time to accumulate? Well, Hitman, that's what I'm doing. Like I said, I bought over here at 7.9 on Saturday. So I'm still accumulating some Doge. And if Doge does another dip, I'll buy some more. I'm buying on the dips. But I'm also buying bits of other coins as well, kind of broadening my portfolio. Thanks to Bull Run, who's frequently on the channel here, and he was telling me all the different coins he was getting, and I was like, that sounds like a good project. I'm going to check that out. And so I started buying some of these others. So kind of fun, especially if Doge is just trading sideways and another coin that you're invested in starts taking off. You feel good about that. Yes, I'm in that one. I'm not going to be standing on the sidelines when Sheeb goes on its next run. I've got some Sheeb now. So when Sheeb goes on its next run, I'm going to take my profits and I'm going to be like, yep, I made some money on Sheeb. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Hey, Ghost, welcome. Am accumulating. 100K to 1 million. You just keep accumulating, right? 1 million. I'd like to get 1 million Doge. I'll keep accumulating. But when I have 1 million, I'll let you guys know. That would be good. It'd be fun to have 1 million Dogecoin. So I'm working on it. I'm about halfway there right now. So that's where I am with my Doge. If I hadn't been buying all these other things, maybe I'd be close to there now. But I've been diversifying. And I was really interested in the Algorand project, so I put a bunch into Algo. So I feel good about Algo there. Oh, I had one back here from Jeff. Hey, sorry I missed you. Yep, I'm back. Good to see you. Glad you found me. Everybody please get the likes up here. Certainly appreciate the support. If you haven't subscribed already and you're down there hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button too. Appreciate that. After the stream here, I'll be putting the Dogecoin chart back on so you can check in at any time. Leave a message in the chat. People throughout the night, tomorrow, be checking that out. So kind of a fun thing I'm doing, keeping that chart going. Got some good music, got a good soundtrack now going on that. And I check in on that every now and then, so you can always leave a message there. And you can always leave comments below as well when this becomes a video. So a lot of different ways. And then I am on Twitter, at Kriss on Twitter, just having fun, posting different memes and videos and fun things and a little bit of crypto here and there. But right now it's just kind of accumulation time. It's still kind of slow. So I'm having fun doing other things. So yeah, follow me on Twitter at Kriss. Appreciate the support on Twitter as well. Having a lot of fun there. I've applied for my blue check mark and don't have it yet. So waiting for Twitter to approve that. But yeah, having fun on Twitter as well. AWOL, how are you? Do you think Doge will dip again for a chance to add more coins? I do. And of course you can rewatch, and we covered this already, but I do kind of think that there's enough bearish sentiment in the whole crypto market that we talked about Bitcoin and Bitcoin dropping below 23,000, maybe retesting 21 or 21.5, I think was my support on lower Bitcoin. Yeah, 21.5, this yellow line right there. So if Bitcoin comes down like I had predicted about a week and a half ago, if Bitcoin comes down here and retests below 22,000, that's probably going to be a juicy little dip for Doge. I don't know if Doge is going to drop that much or not. Dogecoin has very strong support right now at 8 cents, like we've been talking about tonight. 10 times that Doge has bounced off of this 8 cent support line. I mean, that's such strong support. You just don't see that. So yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. In to sort of summarize what the last 45 minutes or so have been about. So there it is. Joey, how are you? Where do you see Doge's price by the end of March? Good question there, Joey. I kind of think we're going to be right where we are. I think we're going to see a dip, we're going to see a recovery, and we're going to be right in the 8s again. That's where I think we're going to be for Dogecoin. Bitcoin might still be a little lower, but Doge is probably going to be right around here. I'm not looking for bigger gains to happen until the spring. So that's what I'm looking at. Again, I tell it like I see it, guys. That's why you come here and you watch me, because I'm not one of those rocket guys where everything's going to the moon, because it's not right now. And you look at things like CNBC, like we looked at earlier, and we're like, stock futures slip. Investors wrap up a losing February. We've got a lot of negative news. Here's General Motors cutting 500 salaried employees. There's just a lot of things going on that just really don't lead to a big bull market. So with that, I don't see a huge run right now. Later this year, yes, but not right now. So we're hanging out, having fun, talking about different stories. So that's where we are. I was waiting for a fall. 8-cent support has been so strong, anything can happen. Hoping for a rocket. Yep. So if you're one who's looking to accumulate, you'd like to see another little juicy dip, right? That would be good for those that are looking to stack some more at a lower price. But it's so hard. I mean, you don't want to be wishing for Dogecoin to go down, right? So you want Dogecoin to go up. Wishing for Dogecoin to go down so you can buy in lower that's tough. That's really tough, right? It's like, ugh. And then when it doesn't, you're getting upset, right? Doge is going up. You should be happy when Doge goes on these little, green candle runs here. You should be happy about Doge. And you're like, oh, I wanted to go down so I could buy more. Well, you should have bought right down here at 8 cents then, if you're going to feel like that. So it's always tough when you're in that position. But if you already got your bags and you're not going to be adding anymore, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Bill. I don't know how it got hacked either. I don't know, but it did. So it was a phone hack, and somehow I don't know. I had the little PIN code on there, but I don't know. Crypto disappeared. Again, if you're using your phone for your crypto, you're taking a chance, I think. In my opinion, you're taking a chance. So two-factor authentication is a necessity. Like if you've got Robinhood on here, you can set up 2FA and you can have your what is it called? Where it Google Authenticator, right? Use your authenticator, right? And that's what I use for Coinbase, for Robinhood. Go into the Authenticator app each time. Binance US I have on here, and Crypto.com, which I only have some Crow on there. I don't have anything else on Crypto.com. So you've got a lot of money in your Trust Wallet, Bill? Well, do they even have two-factor authentication yet? I highly recommend getting your Google Authenticator. I know it's an extra step and it's a pain in the ass every time you want to go look at what your total is, but safety first with crypto. Those scammers are good. The scammers are good. So highly recommend whatever you can do. 3-factor authentication, whatever it takes, right? Whatever it takes, because so much money has been scammed. Big scammers and little scammers, they're all out there just trying to get your crypto. And they got some of mine. And I think I'm like pretty savvy, but I bought into the whole Trust Wallet thing, and it wasn't secure enough. And MetaMask was, I think that was just dumb. I had that Chrome browser and on my other laptop, and that laptop got hacked. So I'm pretty sure that's how that got cleared out. But so I'm not using that anymore. I think I still have some old Doge on MetaMask that was on another account, and that's still there, but everything else is gone. So yeah, I trade on these exchanges. I go Webull. I have Robinhood too, and I have a link in Robinhood. I should probably add the little Robinhood logo here. Coinbase and Binance US. And I still use this CryptoTab browser, and I still generate little bits of Bitcoin every week, a little bit more Bitcoin, and that just goes directly to my Exodus wallet. So that's how I do that. Hey, Joey, what's something Elon could tweet to make Doge go to 20 cents? It would be SpaceX, Doge 1 project. That would make Doge go to 20 cents. if we hear the plans for Doge 1, guaranteed. Or what if he said, hey, I am accepting cryptocurrency for Tesla cars, and I will accept Bitcoin and Dogecoin. If he said that, that'll make it go. What else? Twitter. You're going to be able to use Dogecoin integrated into Twitter. Dogecoin will rock it up. Those are the big catalysts that could happen with Doge. Now, we think Twitter is going to be a long ways off. We think that on Twitter, there's going to be some kind of Twitter coin, which is going to be this on-app, on-website form of currency, but they're really just tokens that are used to tip people or do other things on the platform, and then you cash out. And you can cash out into cryptocurrency or fiat. And I think Elon said he's probably going to do fiat first, but add, at least design in the ability to add crypto later. So you can onboard and buy your Twitter coins, first with fiat, eventually with crypto, which would include Doge, but not right on. But not right on the platform. I don't see cryptocurrency being integrated across the platform. It looks like, from what I've seen, it's going to be these Twitter coins, which isn't a cryptocurrency. It's just a token that's used on the Twitter platform, from what I'm kind of reading into that right now. So, hey, Ghost, I lost money when I opted for Robinhood card when they launched. Realized I never received the card. Someone was using it. Yeah, Robinhood now has customer support, but yeah, at that time they didn't. Which is too bad. Sorry to hear that. Oh, someone got to the card first, or somehow got. Yeah, that's tough to hear. Like I said, there's just scammers everywhere. In my view, keep all of that other stuff separate. Just use for crypto, whether it's Robinhood or Webull or Coinbase. Buy your crypto, and then if you're not staking it, like I'm doing with Coinbase, I'm staking ETH and Algo, and on Binance US, I still have some Harmony One and some VeChain that I'm staking. But everything else, it's Exodus or Ledger. It's getting it off. I'm not doing any other cards, like Crypto.com has this card, and I'm just looking at the rewards and stuff. That'd be nice, but no, not doing it. I'm just using my regular bank account for my credit cards, and I get rewards through that, percentage, cash back on all that, and I can use that to buy crypto if I want. But yeah, I'm not integrating other things into these platforms. I'm just using them as an exchange to buy the crypto and then moving it off. I've never been one supporting any earn programs with crypto. Someone asked the other night about staking Dogecoin. It's like, no, Dogecoin is not a proof of stake cryptocurrency, so don't stake it. If somebody is saying that you can stake Dogecoin on their platform, they're going to use your money somewhere else to try and make more money off of it, and that's the problem Voyager got into. They were over leveraged and then ended up going bankrupt. You don't need that. Investing in cryptocurrency is risky enough. Trying to get that extra, 5 or 10% on top of that, which like locks your coins in, and too much of a risk, in my opinion. So I've never believed in that. Just, it's risky enough buying crypto, being in the crypto market. Just enjoy that. I know a lot of people doing a lot of other things. I'm not. So there's diversified. Yep. That's what I like. Bill, be a good government reg. Exchange should refund any funds hacked. Insurance, I don't know if they're ever going to get there. Having the FDIC kind of insurance for crypto exchanges, I don't think it's going to get there. The government doesn't want to do that. I think they're only going to back cryptocurrency as far as sort of the big investment companies and other rich and elite in the country have already voiced their opinion to Gary Gensler and the SEC, where cryptocurrency is not going to be banned, which is good, because there was talk a year ago that they could just ban cryptocurrency and not allow United States residents to trade it. That would be bad. But I think they heard from enough wealthy people that are already in the Bitcoin game that would tank Bitcoin's price and they'd lose out. So they're going to at least support Bitcoin. Now, what are they going to do with the rest of cryptocurrency? We don't know. How much regulation is there going to be? We don't know. But at least they're not banning it. So that's a good thing. But insurance, I don't see anybody insuring crypto. I just don't see that happening. You never know. Maybe in 5 or 10 years, right? The crypto market could be much more stabilized and things like that. But right now, it's still the Wild West. So that's what I see. Okay, gang, here we are still going sideways. Hasn't changed at all during the entire stream, pretty much. We did tick a few green candles here up at 814 now, which is good. So that's where we are. Bitcoin prediction for 2100. That'll be my kids, right? They can worry about that. All right, gang. I'll be back again 9 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll be talking about probably Industry Day, Tesla, see what's happened, the reaction to that, how the rest of the markets are going, what's new with Doge, other coins, having some more conversation. Thanks for all of the messages and chats. Certainly appreciate the support, answering questions, not a problem. Hope I'm helpful. Again, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and always like the stream and the video. I always appreciate the support. So everyone have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.